What do we mean by transformation? Transformation is an object making a movement in space. So let me write that first point. So transformation is an object making a movement in the space defined by the reference frame. The next point is we can write a transformation matrix for the frame NOA here when the fixed frame or the reference frame is fixed. That means the XYZ frame is fixed. Then based on that XYZ frame, we can define a transformation matrix, a homogeneous transformation matrix for the frame NOA shown here. So we can represent the moment of a frame, here NOA frame, with respect to a fixed reference frame. Now, which are the transformations that we can show? So, the next point is the transformations can be the transformations can be one is this translatory motion. That means the frame that we have here can move from this position P to a new position which is defined by a translatory motion. Nothing else is changing. The orientation of NOA does not change. Only what changes is the position changes. So that is defined as the pure translatory motion or pure translation. The second is pure rotation. Pure rotation with respect to an axis, with respect to or about an axis. That means you can have the motion in such a way that the n axis is rotating either in clockwise or anti-clockwise, or you can have a rotation with respect to O. Let me draw it with a different color. With respect to O, we can have a rotation. That means you catch O and you turn it either clockwise or anti-clockwise. See, when you turn it, the other axis turn like the needles of a clock. Similarly, you can have a rotation of A axis so that N and O moves like needle of a clock. So when we move that, we have to be always careful about one thing, that when we are having an axis like this, suppose we are talking about the A axis, and the A axis is going to move like this, then it's a clockwise movement, or let me write it in short as anti-clockwise. And anti-clockwise is always taken as a positive angle, whereas if the direction is clockwise, so where we look from the top, so it is going to be clockwise, and clockwise is always taken as a negative angle. Same is the case with N. So when I am looking from this direction, if I am going to move it clockwise, then it is a negative angle, and if I am going to move it anti-clockwise, then it's going to be a positive angle. Similarly, for the case of, so this was for the case of N, similarly for the case of O. So always remember, anti-clockwise is taken as a positive angle, and clockwise is taken as a negative angle. Okay. The third movement that can happen is when it's a mixture of both. That means a combination of both. A combination of both. So we have to know how to write the transformation with the help of a matrix. Next is that section.